Welcome back, folks, for another episode of the 12 gauge reloading here. We're still doing the same load with our tightwad here and our 7/8 ounce shot load of number 7 there. And today we're going to be loading up some of these Remington gun club and high velocity. I had just finished some of these premieres the other day. These were excellent compared to the Brownings I started with the other day. Oh shoot, well yeah, see, this one has come apart now and I need to dump him because that crimp is no good. Yeah, I had a couple of those totally fail, so yeah, gonna have to dump those. Probably this one too. It's probably not a good idea to store it upside down. That one's holding, but it's freaking ugly. This one's obviously not gonna hold. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this one because I've got a spin doctor tool on the way and it's meant to repurpose and recondition these. So we'll pull out the wad, dump the powder and all that, and I'll see if we can recondition some of these holes I've been screwing up. So that's what I've been keeping set aside, are some of those, so we can play with that tool a little bit and see what kind of conditions we can get away with and repurpose before actually tossing them into the trash. So yeah, I'm going to leave that one right side up. Ha! Anyways, those Remingtons were great compared to the Browning, as you could see. So today we're on to these other cheaper Remingtons compared to those premieres. And that's what we've got here. So I only had 6 of these high velocities, and I've got a whole bunch of the gun clubs. Well, I don't know if that's a whole bunch, but I've got a box or two worth of the gun clubs, but we'll just load up these 10 here for now. See how those end up. And let's get into it here. So we can see here we've got this 8-point crimp on these Remington holes, but we're going to go ahead and resize and go from the top here. And I've noticed it's easier to get this started and then just guide it down rather than try to guide the press over your shell. That seems to be easier to get things lined up. Same with this. If you can get it up there, that's nice to bring it down. But we'll go ahead and put our primer in here first. And then we'll come down this way, keep everything lined up. This will remove our ring here. And now we're priming. Here we go. Very nice. And we've got a little surface rust and corrosion and stuff on some of these. I need to get some steel wool and touch those up, but I'm sure these are going to run just fine. And our primer's nice and flush there. That feels fine as well. Now we can go to dump our powder charge. Does anybody have any tips on their Load-All 2 leaking out powder flakes? I've only used tightwads so far, but next we'll be doing some international or some clays or perhaps long shot, some of those other powders. So let me know which ones work really well, which ones don't. I think that this is just a very small flake, so that's what you're going to get. A bigger flake like 700X or clays or something probably run a little smoother. But anyways, no problems there. We can see we've got our powder dumped in there, very nice. And then back again with the CB017512. It's actually meant for a 3/4 ounce load, but we're running 7/8 ounces. So far with the other holes that I've tried, these wads have given us a pretty good column of fill in our shell there. So we'll see if this continues with these other Remingtons here. So we'll guide our wad in there. Now we can add our shot. Make sure that's seated in there very well. And we can see our wad right at the bottom where that crimp is going to start. And that's where our shot column landed as well. So these should work pretty well. And now we're going to have the valley of the crimp pointing towards us over here on the front station for our 8-point crimp. Gentle on the pre-crimp, hold for a few seconds. Very nice, and then we'll keep the valley towards us again. I'm not sure it actually matters for the final crimp, however, because it works for both the 4 and 8 point. So just make sure we're nice and snug there. And wow, yeah, first try. Everything's lined up. No swirly. Very nice. There might be the smallest pinhole in the center there, but I think we are good to go with the Remington High Velocity. And these also felt a lot better than those Brownings did. They are slightly thicker, so very nice. I'll keep them up this way just in case that starts to open up and we lose some shot, but we'll keep an eye on it. But I think we're doing pretty good there. Helps if you add your ring to resize. Very nice. Add our primer. So yeah, these are not as nice as the Premier and STS holes, but these are much better than those cheaper ones I was starting on. So that's first impressions, at least after 2 of them here. Powder and wad. Make sure that seats in there. And actually, these are some of the holes without that second addition of a taper added into it. So it's built into the plastic of the hole itself rather than an addition to cause the taper. So these wads are seating very smoothly. That is awesome. And yep, we're seated there at our shot. Most excellent, yes sir. Okay. Valley towards us. Yeah, those are looking nice. And that one had a little swirly on her. Dang. Overall, still pretty good. It's not caved in at all, so we've got a proper fill with our wad and our shot there. And yeah, very nice. I'm sure we'll have to see how these react after firing a few times. So far, the reloading process, 2 for 2, going pretty smooth. Got to move your finger from underneath it. I'm still trying to figure out the proper angle to, film this press, because this arm is always in the way and you're here, and we'll figure it out. We're primed, all that good stuff. There we go. Spill some more tightwad out the side. Come up for our wad. Get hung up on your shot there, but let's take a look here. Yep, we can see the top of the wad there, so that should be okay. And yeah, we can also see some of our pellets are mixed. That's because my shot was a mixture of pulled stuff. Got for cheap off the Discord. So heck yeah, look at that. Little fun mixture combo pack. But it's mostly number 7. Perfect stuff to practice with, right? Maybe, I don't know. Okay, it was a little swirly. This one's definitely gonna have a swirly on it, fellers. Ew. Yeah, okay, well, our condition is declining here, folks. Our first one was perfect, and now the second 2 are of lesser quality in appearance. However, I'm sure they'll still function the same, but I'm trying to do it right. Learn how to make them purty on the first try. At least these wads, like I said, they're seating very well into the holes since it's got the built-in taper rather than that additional third piece during its construction process or whatever. Okay, we're going to face the valley towards us for an even crimp. Yes. Okay, why is that so hard? I don't know, it's not. I just need to refine my process. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. I need to mark on here where that indexing spot is to actually know, and that way we can get a consistent setup every time. So old James Pollard made a comment. He said, why don't you turn it over and see where your star crimping tool actually lines up there, and then you can make an indexing line on the outside so that you always get your hole lined up properly on your first try, which is a great freaking idea. Okay, that one didn't seem like it was sized completely. Okay, now we got her up in there. Come on. Ooh, powder. Oof. I don't know, man. Good enough, though. It'll work. Just got done running this first gun club, and that was smooth as heck, you know, man. I just forgot to hit record on it. But we got 3 more of these to do. Piece of cake here. So a good recommendation on these holes here, fellers. Pretty much all the Remington ones seem, you know, top notch for reloading. Whereas maybe you can't say that about all the others. But so far, all the Remington holes, yeah, like I said, seem really nice. And that first one crimped up really well when I aligned it properly, so let's see if we can feel it here. Can I play with it up in the star there? Maybe there? Maybe. Yeah, that one's perfectly centered, but we got that little pinhole in the top. We'll see if it stays crimped up there. But again, it won't hurt to just hit it with a drop of nail polish or something like that. The fuck was that? That was a good resizing right there, I'll tell you what. I don't think we broke anything. It's hard to tell because this thing is just such plasticky plastic. Do your guys' low dolls make scary noises like that too? Let's see if we can feel that again. Okay, there it's barely contacting. Give it a rotate. Kind of falls into place. Yep. You can feel it line up. So maybe that's the trick. I just gotta kind of feel it as I'm raising it in there. Let's see if we can do it 4 for 4. Let's try this. Okay, that one was not as difficult to resize. It also says not to keep your hopper less than like a quarter full, so I probably need to top this off, or you know, I'll have to keep tapping it to settle them in there, but this will be my last one for now, so I'm not too worried about it. And shot. Yep, still just as good as the first time. So let's see if we can feel that again. 4 for 4 on the good crimping. Yeah, right in there. Okay. Looks good from here. Oh yeah. We figured it out, fellers. You just gotta kind of feel on it. And there's our Remington gun clubs. Cheddite primers. Clay Buster, CBO 175 wads, 7/8 ounce of shot there. Mostly number 7, but it's a mix of pulled stuff once again. Almost 17 grains of tight wad. Heck yeah, brother. So, very cool. It was nice learning how to feel out that crimp starting tool there, because these are unacceptable. They ugly, bro. But these are very nice here. So you just got to kind of feel it out, get a hang of it. And thanks again for the recommendation on these other Remington gun clubs and high velocity loads. Those seem like very nice holes to reload a few times. That's going to be all for today, folks. We'll see you on the next one with probably some Winchester holes or something along those lines. So stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.